Hi there everyone, I'm Cloud. In this video I'm going to be discussing my thoughts and opinions on why I don't think L'Manberg is able to survive in the Dream SMP. If you do like the video, please click subscribe, it helps out the channel and it lets YouTube know that you like the videos and it'll promote it to more people. So let's just get into it. L'Manberg was a nation that was started and ran inside the Dream SMP by Wilbur Soot and 2 other presidents that followed at a later date. The nation was opposed many times before its likely final destruction and opposition on January 6, 2021, dubbed by Tommy Innit as Doomsday. The nation faced troubling times throughout its lifespan, with many individuals and groups who tried to oppose the nation, and over the course of the lifespan of L'Manberg, it faced 3 separate attempts to destroy and end the nation. It also welcomed 3 separate rulers, which in turn created 3 separate eras in L'Manberg's history. Today I will be discussing the history of L'Manberg and why I believe the nation was doomed for failure since the beginning. L'Manberg's creation, opponents, and the First War. L'Manberg declared independence on July 25, 2020 and consisted of the SMP members Tommy, Tubbo, Wilbur, Eret and Fundy, and was opposed by the Greater Dream SMP, who at the time included Sapnap, George Not Found, Puns, Dream, and later Eret, who swapped sides. During the course of the First L'Manberg War against the Dream SMP, the land was blown up, including portions of the Camaravan, a building created by Wilbur Soot that marked the origins of L'Manberg. Unbeknownst to the citizens of L'Manberg, Eret, a member of L'Manberg who was supposedly on their side of the war, had set up a rig of TNT underneath L'Manberg, and Dream threatened to detonate it if the nation refused to step down and surrender from their Declaration of Independence. This was the first time L'Manberg fell victim to the power of TNT. The second phase of L'Manberg, a new ruler, and the end of an era. After the first war on L'Manberg, the nation gained independence at the cost of Tommy Innit's discs, the 2 items that Tommy, and therefore Dream, most valued. After the war, Wilbur decided to become the legitimate ruler of L'Manberg by hosting an election. However, he decided to attempt to close the ballot before anyone else could run against them, in order to assure he would stay as president and therefore stay as dictator forever. This plan was foiled when Quackity decided to run against Wilbur in order to assure the election would remain legitimate. When the election period was over, a series of unfortunate events placed Jay Schlatt as ruler of L'Manberg, with Vice President Quackity, who he had pooled his votes with in order to secure the win. Schlatt promptly exiled Wilbur and Tommy from the country. The country was renamed Manberg, and Wilbur and Tommy took refuge in a ravine that they dubbed Pogtopia. Being exiled from a nation that was born under his rule sent Wilbur into insanity, and after a short conversation with Tommy, Wilbur decided he was going to blow the country up. Wilbur teamed with Dream, who provided stacks and stacks of TNT for Wilbur to use to blow the country to pieces, and they set in motion a plan to explode the country during the coming Manberg festival. Plans went awry, and the country wasn't blown up until the Manberg vs. Pogtopia War on the 16th of November. Just before the country went up in flames, Tubbo was marked the new president of L'Manberg following the death of Schlatt and resignation of Wilbur. This marked the start of the 3rd and final era of L'Manberg. Tubbo's turn, manipulation, and the final war. After Wilbur's death and the second destruction of L'Manberg, President Tubbo set to rebuilding the land alongside Fundy and Quackity. The ghost of Wilbur Soot also helped build up the nation, along with Filzer. Over the course of the 3 eras of L'Manberg, Tommy's discs have been passed from person to person, and somehow Tommy got a hold of Malahai again, which he gave to Tubbo as a sign of their friendship and trust in each other. Dream needed to get Malahai back, and his best bet was to get it directly from Tubbo. Throughout Tubbo's time as president of L'Manberg, Dream had suddenly started to get closer to him and began respecting the laws of L'Manberg for the first time. However, after the burning of George's house, a crime committed by Tommy and new SMP member Ranbu, Dream built up huge obsidian walls around the country and manipulated Tubbo into exiling Tommy from the country. This began Tommy's exile arc, an attempt made by Dream to force Tubbo and Tommy away from each other. Dream's plan was to convince Tommy that Tubbo hated him, and convince Tubbo that Tommy was a horrible person, a plan that in the end succeeded, with Tubbo giving away Malahai to Dream at the L'Manberg festival at Tommy's request. Tommy swapping from Technoblade's side, who he had joined after being exiled back to Tubbo's, made Technoblade furious, and he banded together with Dream to team up and destroy L'Manberg once and for all. On January 6, 2020, Doomsday happened, and as a result of likely hundreds of stacks of TNT, L'Manberg had been burned to the ground, all the way to bedrock, with no chance of rebuilding, destroying the Camel van for the third and final time. Dream, the universal constant. Dream and the discs are the one constant throughout the conflicts of L'Manberg and, in addition, the destruction of L'Manberg. The discs are what give Dream power. When he has the discs, he's in control of Tommy, and because of the truly chaotic force that Tommy is, being in control of him means control of the server. But the discs only matter to Dream, and only have power because Tommy wills that power into existence. If Tommy stopped caring about the discs one day, then they wouldn't hold any power, and Dream would no longer be able to hold that above Tommy's head. But Tommy does care about the discs. He cares about them because they're a physical manifestation of everything that he cares about. They represent his home, his friendships, his family, and overall, they represent his relationship with Wilbur and L'Manberg. If Tommy didn't give Dream those discs, L'Manberg mightn't have ever become an independent nation. The entire existence of L'Manberg rides off the sacrifice of Tommy's discs, and unless Tommy gives up that one for the past, Dream will always be in power. There is nothing worth more than the discs in the Dream SMP. Conclusion. If Tommy hadn't given the discs so much importance, then Dream would have no reason to deny L'Manberg independence. Dream would have still been in control, because there was nothing more powerful than him that existed on the server. But the day those discs and what the discs represented became more important to Tommy than his actual, real relationships was the day Dream had something to compete with. With the discs in Tommy's possession, he would have been more powerful than Dream, and with an entire nation under his wing, no one could have stopped him. Dream never cared about L'Manberg. He only cared about the discs. And if destroying L'Manberg is what would bring him closer to getting those discs, then so be it. He would destroy L'Manberg time and time again, and little did we know that all those months ago, the TNT placed by a traitor would be foreshadowing for something a whole lot bigger. L'Manberg and the discs can't exist at one time, and because Tommy cares too much about the discs, L'Manberg is doomed to suffer. L'Manberg can only survive and thrive when Dream is not seeking the discs. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please be sure to hit subscribe because it does really help out the channel. And check out my other videos if you want. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!